Hello, I'm Andy. This is Nevs. Welcome to Namaste at Home Yoga. Find your mat, grab a seat, and we will get started here. You just come to a seated, cross-legged, or other comfortable seated position. Allow the sit bones to really get grounded in your mat. Find that nice tall spine. Allow the hands to find the knees or maybe settle at the sides. And the gaze to be soft or maybe eyes closed today. We'll notice for a moment how our breath feels. If it's moving quite freely, it's noticing the depth, the length of the breaths, and the temperature of the air as it flows into the lungs, filling them up. Slightly warmer as you exhale. Bring that breath a little deeper. Fill through the belly, fill the chest. Exhale, letting your chest fall and belly falls. Inhales, belly, chest. Exhales, chest and belly. If it is comfortable for you today, I would recommend inhales and exhales moving mostly through the nose. Of course, supplement with the mouth whenever you need. And if there's a focus you'd like to bring to mind for your practice today, do that now. Whether it is ease of your movement, free flowing, maybe just breathe, that simple reminder to keep the body's natural rhythm. Anything else that might come to mind, we'll float those hands through heart center. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Beautiful. You can release the hands back down into the lap. Keeping the back fairly tall, we'll inhale through center. Eyes can open if they're closed. We'll bring right ear down towards right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Creating a bit of space in the neck. Inhale, pull through center. Exhaling right ear, right shoulder. Inhale through center. Left ear comes down. Wonderful. Come back through center. We'll find our way into our tabletop, continuing our warm-up, starting to get things moving. Moving right into cat-cows here. As you inhale, let the belly drop, head, chest, and hips lift. As you exhale, press through hands and knees around the spine. Inhale, belly drops, head, chest, hips lift. Exhale, press and round. Gaze towards hips. Inhale, drop the belly, head and chest rise. And round. Let's go for 2 more. Follow your pace. Filling out every moment of the breath with just a little bit of movement. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine whenever you're done, but no rush. Get dialed in through your core, coming into more of a balance, engaging that core a little bit. Let's send the right leg back, left arm forward. Back toes may touch, maybe they come to hover. Easy to add some extra curve to the back here, so dial in through that core. Draw the crown of the head forward, tailbone behind. Finding that long spine. Exhale, come back to your mat. Second side, left leg, right arm. Toes tap. or hover. Notice if you're shifting a little one way or another. If you've got a bit of a wobble or a shake. Find your way back to the mat. Let's go one more each side. Just gonna, challenge the balance, challenge the systems a little bit. Send the right leg back, right arm forward. So same side this time. Go ahead and give that a try. Should be more challenging. Maybe you fall out of it right away. That's all good. No worries there. You can find your way back to the mat. When you're ready, same thing, second side, left arm and left leg. Coming forward and back. Embracing that little bit of instability, different challenge for the body. Coming back to the mat. Let's go one more time each side, normal version. Left leg, right arm. Noticing that stability again. A little bit of comparison from our last round. Beautiful. Exhale that back down. Second side. Left arm, right leg. So stable. Grounded through the right arm. Through that left knee, left top of the foot. Exhaling, find the mat. Go ahead and bring the knees hip distance, maybe mat distance if you prefer. Exhale to send the hips back towards heels. Take a child's pose. Allowing the arms to stretch out in front of you, forehead and chest to just melt, get heavy. If the forehead doesn't quite reach the ground, feel free to stack the hands. Maybe they come to rest or come to create a bit of a resting place for your forehead instead. Come back to those deep breaths if we've started to lose them. Really filling bottom to top, belly and chest. Letting that easy, slow flow back out. At any point during practice, if you need a little breather, please feel free to come back here or any other comfortable, just resting posture. For now, we'll keep things moving. Spread the fingers wide, send the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Gentle pressure through the palms, maybe elbows have a slight lift off the mat. As we inhale, flow back through your tabletop. You can tuck the knees back under the hips if they were wide. Shift your weight over to that left hand. Inhale, sends the right arm high. Exhale as we slide it through, palm up, shoulder and ear come to touch the mat, maybe shoulder and cheek. You can stay as you are, maybe add a little bit of pressure into that left hand. Breathing into a bit of space through the upper back between the shoulder blades. Press down with that left hand as you inhale. Open that right arm all the way back up. Big stretch, big rotation. And back to the mat. You can shift over to that second side when you're ready. Inhale, left arm opens up. Exhale as you sweep it through shoulder and ear or cheek. Find the mat. Resting here, finding that gentle pressure with the right hand this time. Noticing where you're feeling this from one side to the other. Embracing the fact that they might not be the same. In fact, they're probably fairly different. And if you don't notice differences just yet, maybe they'll come up with practice. Let's add pressure through that right hand. Inhale to open back up. Big stretch, reach it high. And hands can find your mat once more. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes. Find your way into a down dog. Paddle it out. It's our first one of the practice. Weight shift if you need to. Pops and cracks if you've got some like me. Moving through a few of our half floats, just starting to warm things up more. As we inhale, let's shift forward, find a high plank. Exhale to lower to knees, untuck the toes, chin and chest, find the mat. Inhale to draw forward and up, shoulders down away from the ears, crown reaches forward. Exhaling, we'll find our way back into a down dog. Again, inhale, shift forward, plank, core strong. Exhale, lower, knees, chin and chest. Inhale, drawing forward and up. Exhale, find your way back. Let's move through 2 more of those, just following your breath. Again, absolutely no rush. That core stays so strong as you lower. Finding length, pulling forward and up with that little lift. Exhale, sending you back. 1 more. Excellent. Inhale to send the right leg high. Stepping between the hands. Setting up for runner's lunge. We're going to keep that back knee high. You can always drop if it needs to in these lunge postures. But get high on those toes if the knee is lifted. Draw the crown of the head forward. Send the arms back. Palms are going to flip towards the earth. Shoulder blades draw together. Super strong through those legs. Chest is lifted just off that front thigh. For 3. For 2. And 1. Frame the foot, drop the back knee and untuck the toes. You can press up to a low lunge. Hands may catch the hip crests. Can keep hands on the front thigh for a bit more balance. Maybe we start to open up the chest a bit more here by drawing shoulders back and down or elbows together. As we inhale, we'll shift back slightly. With exhales, melting tailbone down towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt. 1 more, your pace. Resting for a moment in that bottom position. Feel free to stay here. Maybe hands float through center. Maybe we open up the shoulders a bit more by sending arms overhead. Beautiful. You can release the arms down. Heel toe your foot to the outside edge of the mat. We'll walk the hands down so hands come to rest under shoulders, just to the inside of that front foot. Shoulders come back and down again as we draw the chest forward. You can stay here if you wish. Maybe start to find your way to bent arms, maybe to forearms. Inviting a little bit of space through that right hip, maybe through the right hamstring as well. It just depends on where you're tightest, where your tension lies. And inviting a little bit more space still. Here on forearms, find your way back up to hands. Get strong through that left arm. Inhale to send right hand to sky. Maybe it stays here. Maybe we start to open up towards the back wall. Just gaze past the fingertips. Finding a gentle twist. Maybe that knee falls away from you slightly. All just options. If there's too much intensity, back it up a little bit. Let's bring those hands back to the mat. Foot gets planted if it's come off to one side. Tuck the back toes and send it back into your down dog. Again here, if it ever needs, feel free to take that pedal out. Just a few seconds rest. Moving into our second side, left leg inhales high. Stepping between hands. Runner's lunge first. Let's get high on those back toes, strong through the legs. Crown of the head starts to reach forward as arms draw back, shoulder blades together. Energy right out those fingertips, spread the fingers wide here. So strong, so stable. 2 more, you've got this. Excellent. Go ahead and bring hands to the mat. You can drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Find your way up to our low lunge. Hands resting on the side, maybe catching those hips. Moving with the breath first. As we inhale, we draw back slightly. Exhale to sink down, hips are melting. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, sink. Maybe those elbows or shoulder blades draw back. Inhale up. Exhale, melt down. You can just rest here. Maybe keeping arms where they are, maybe flowing through center, overhead, allowing the hips to stay heavy. Excellent. Those hands can release. We're going to heel toe the left foot to the left edge of the mat. Start to walk the hands forward so they rest just inside of that foot. Always just double check that your left knee is stacked over your ankle just to keep things safe. And drawing the chest forward here, we might stay as we are. Maybe we add a little bit of an elbow bend. Maybe we come to forearms. See where's available for you today, but keeping that breath smooth. If it starts to get a little bit too much when we're lower, deeper into a stretch and things are really intense, try backing it up slightly. See if we can return to that full breath. Maybe that'll allow us the space to move further. Or it's a better spot for us to stay today and we'll benefit more here. If you're on forearms, find your way back up to hands. Right hand is going to plant as left arm inhales to open, finding that twist one more time. Staying here, maybe opening towards the back wall. Option to open your left knee. Pressure rolls slightly towards the outside edge of that foot. Beautiful. You can inhale, come back through center. Exhaling, hands plant, foot plant, stack those toes and find a down dog. Your choice, you can stay in your down dog for a few breaths or move through one more half flow or half series. Inhaling forward to your plank. Exhaling to lower to knees, chin and chest. Inhale, drawing forward and up. Exhale back to your down dog. Wherever you're at, just take the next few breaths to find your way to the top of your mat in a forward fold. Allowing the knees to bend as much as feels good. Still finding some stretch sensation through the back of the legs. Allowing the head to get heavy, maybe give it a bit of a shake side to side, yes or no. Releasing any unnecessary tension. Maybe we grab for opposite elbows and just invite a gentle sway side to side. Beautiful. Release the arms and start to walk your way up, roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae to stand. Find a big opening inhale, sweeping the arms wide. Exhale, hands float through center. Come back to that word, come back to that focus. Just bring it to the front of your mind. Moving through a couple sun salutations together. Feet can come hip distance. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, ground reaches. Exhale, hands flat, right foot comes back to the knee or to the toes. Inhale, up. Breath to hold. Exhaling, frame the foot, step back, down dog. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lowering knees, chin and chest. Inhale, draws forward and up. Exhale, come on back, down dog. Right leg inhales high. Stepping forward between hands. Coming to back toes or back knee as we inhale, lift. Breath to stay. Exhale, frame, come on forward, forward fold. Roll back up to stand. Big sweep open with the arms open through the chest. Exhale, center. Moving through our second side, inhale, sweep open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhaling, hands flat, left foot steps back, finding the toes or the knee as you press through the front foot, help you lift. Very nice. Exhaling, framing the foot, step back, down dog. Inhale draws you into plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, sends you back. Left leg floats high. Stepping between hands. And coming to the back knee or back toes. Inhale, lift. Next exhale, frames the foot, step forward, forward fold. Roll it back up to stand. Inhale to sweep, open up. Exhaling, center. Let's take one more big breath like that. Sweep, open up, fill up. Exhale through center. And bringing palms open to sides. Fill the lungs, bottom to top, big belly breath. Big sigh out the mouth. Feels so good. Excellent. Let's couch for hips here. Step the right foot about a leg distance back on your mat. We'll pivot the toes to face the side wall. Toes can point straight forward. Maybe they pigeon toe slightly. I'm just finding a micro bend in the knees. As we inhale, crown reaches high. Exhale to hinge at the hips. Find a flat back, a neutral spine as long as you can. And when that can go no further, go ahead and let gravity help you out. Head, shoulders, arms just melting down towards the earth. And keeping that micro bend in the knees. Maybe we start to walk the hands over towards one leg. Noticing how that changes our sensations, how that changes our practice. Moving through center and over to the second side. Excellent. We'll come back through center once more. Get strong through those legs. Hands can catch hips. Use that core, use the legs. Inhale, float back up. Nice work. And we'll step back to the top of our mat, setting up for tree. We're going to shift the weight over into the right foot first. Think about picking the toes up, spread them out wide. Can open that left knee to the side wall. Maybe toes just come to tap the mat. Might start to slide that heel in towards the right leg. You can lift to the inner calf, maybe upper inner thigh. Still allowing yourself to find a steady posture. Avoiding putting pressure directly on your right knee. Using the strength of the hips to start to open that left knee towards the left wall. Hands can start to play. Have a little bit of fun with it here. Maybe hands find their way through center. Branches might extend. If you want a little bit of extra today, maybe eyes closed for a moment or so. Just mind your surroundings. With an inhale, we'll flow back through center. Exhale to find the mat. Moving into our second side, pick those left toes up, spread them out wide. Get a good strong base of support. Opening the right knee towards the right wall. Staying here, or find another spot for your foot to land. Above or below the left knee. Settle in. Grow tall as your roots get stronger through your standing foot. Now we have so much more room for our breaths. Where can they start moving? Finding that one point to focus on ahead of you. 2 more breaths. Awesome job. We can find our way back through center. Exhale, come back to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, open up. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, you can plant the hands and find your way down to a seated position, however you'd like to. Start by bringing feet into touch, foot soles together. Let the knees fall open to sides. The closer the feet are in towards you, the more intense this one will be, so please adjust it however you need. You can keep a grip near the ankles or near the feet. Get really tall with your inhales. If this is already lots, please stay. If you're craving a bit more, maybe we start to draw the chest forward. Thinking about opening up through the hips, strong through those external rotators to press the outsides of the knees down in towards the mat. We'll have 3 more breaths here, maintaining that nice tall spine, a little bit of activity, pressing the knees down. Nice work, last one. Inhaling back through a neutral spine if you're forward. Releasing the legs away from you. Feet can come about hip distance. Hands can plant on either side of the body, finding that tall spine if we've lost it. With an inhale, right leg lifts, or maybe it gets light on the mat. Finding some good activation through the hip flexor, through the front of the leg. Exhaling to bring it back down with an inhale. Second side finds its way light, maybe it lifts. Excellent, keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Let that back down. You can find a gentle bend to the knees if that feels good. Inhale as we sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching forward, and then letting yourself melt your forehead heavy, shoulders, arms, just falling down into the mat, into the floor, into the earth. Let each inhale still fill you up, even in this more challenging forward folds. Exhales, just releasing some tension, forehead melting. Upper body just heavy. 2 more good breaths. As we inhale, we'll start to find our way back up. You can bring a knee in towards you. Just grab a hamstring and find your way onto your back. We'll bring one leg up towards the sky, kicking it out. Opposite leg is going to come to a hover. Hands can plant on either side of the body. Keeping that strong L shape, that top leg can move in 5 slow circles clockwise. 5 slow circles counterclockwise. Just maintaining that hover, maintaining that stability through the core. No rush. We're strengthening some really great things here. Once you're finished, your 5 and 5, and exhale can bring you back down to the mat. Take a breath to reset. And then we'll find our second side. Opposite leg reaches to sky. Other one finds its hover. Feel your back pressing into the mat. Keeping that breath strong and smooth as we find those circles. 5 out, 5 in. No rush. Again, once you are done, find your way back down to the mat. Heels can find their way close to you, just close enough that you can touch them, feet and knees resting hip distance. With an inhale, we'll start to lift the hips off the ground. As you exhale, drive down through the heels, down through the back body, letting the hips come higher. Keeping that lift, legs are fired up, really engaged for 3, 2 strong breaths. Last one with your exhale, lower vertebrae by vertebrae, hips last. You can tuck the knees in towards you, grab onto hamstrings, maybe to shins. Give yourself a squeeze, a little rock side to side. And then let's release that grip for now. One foot can find the mat. Let's grab the same arm to leg. Maybe we grab for shin, ankle, or for the foot. And also grab for big toe if that's something you prefer with peace fingers. Heel's gonna open up towards the sky, and we're gonna let that knee start to fall down towards the mat, tucking in beside the ribs. This is lots. Feel free to stay. If you're craving more, opposite leg can extend. Couple of breaths. If your leg is extended, that foot sole can find the mat. We'll cross ankle over the opposite knee. And reach through, maybe for the hamstring. This starts to pull the shoulders off the ground or adds way too much tension to the back of the neck or just isn't comfortable today. You can always release the grip, bring the foot sole back to the mat. Maybe we find a gentle pressure away on the knee. Next exhale can release the feet back down. Other leg is drawing in towards us, so we can grab that shin, ankle, foot, or big toe. Bringing that heel up towards the sky, dropping the knee down outside the rib cage. Staying as you are, maybe extending the opposite leg. Adjust this pose however you need to fit your body today. Don't worry about forcing it into a posture if it might not be ready. Very nice. So if that leg is extended once more, foot sole finds the mat. Ankle crosses over the opposite knee, setting up for our figure 4, resting on the mat. We're reaching through for that hamstring. Finding a variation that gives you some sensation through the external rotators of the hip, anywhere around there. Somewhere that you can still stay grounded through the back of the shoulders, back of the head. Let that breath stay flowing, stay smooth. Nice. With an exhale, releasing any grips you might have. Footsoles find the mat. Open arms up to the sides, finding a T or a goalpost, whatever you have room for. You can shift the hips over towards the left side out of your mat. We're going to let the knees fall right. Moving into a little twist. This is too intense. You can always bring a pillow in between the knees or a blanket. If you'd like another leg variation that you're familiar with, please feel free to take that. As you inhale, use that core, pull the knees through center. Gonna bring the hips over to the right side of the mat this time. Allowing the knees to fall left. Take your time. One more twist, settling in, just wringing the body out after that practice. And starting to wind things down. Get strong through that core. Inhale, draws you through center. Hips can find their way back into the middle of the mat. Send the arms overhead, legs out long. Take a nice big full body stretch. And then tucking knees into chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Give it a little rock side to side. Massaging the back out. You can find your way over one side or the other. And just coming back to your seated position from the start of our practice. As we settle in here, once again, allowing the crown of the head to grow tall. Eyes to fall soft or close. And just noticing anything that's changed. Anything coming up. Or that flow of the breath. May these deep, full breaths follow us through the day and every day, making the most of these beautiful lungs. Maybe coming back to that focus one more time as you draw your hands through center. Find an inhale all together, fill up bottom to top. Big sigh, let that go. Chin drops to chest to softly open the eyes or coming back to the space. Finding your tall spine once more.